Yes, boys, we're back. Under the Lights podcast, another week, another episode of the man them. Today we got a debut. The boy Will has chatted to them, bro.
No, how we all doing, man? How we all doing, man? It's good to be here. Thank you for having me on, guys, man.
Love for coming, man.
Big
We
up.
need another United representation here. Howard can't hold it down on his ones. What you lot saying? The Liverpool boys, you lot got a big game today and that.
Yeah,
We're there, we're winning, bro.
I missed the man them still a week off and it felt like 3 years, bro. But no, big game today, man. But ready to chop up.
Yeah, man. When this lands, hopefully United have a 3-0 win. Do you get it?
God forbid.
Hopefully, man.
You're high.
Hopefully. So let's introduce us how we usually do it. Today I'm your host, Denzel FV, owner of Football Verbal with Daya. As we said, that's Will's.
William, Down the Wings, Man United page on Instagram. Got a little podcast there as well. So talking all things Manchester United. That's what we do, man.
Yeah, go follow that, make sure, man. And on my left,
Come on. Rome's already know it is. Back like I never left. Missed the man them. But yeah, got a big job to do today. Big job.
big job. Big.
Jay, you already know what it is. Left winger today. My job is to get the ball, run down the line and cross it. So, Luis Diaz, if you're watching today, please put the ball in the net, man.
Hey, cool. So you know how we always start. Before we do start with the big part of the show, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, man. Keep sharing, keep supporting. Do you get it? So Wills, I don't know if you know, before every pod, we do a segment called Test Your Touch, where I ask the man them a football question. And you get it. We see how well you do. You make sure you try this at home. Last week was a whack question. I don't know if you've seen it, bro.
I saw it, bro. Of course I saw it, bro. No, you know what cold with it still, but
That was a dead question. That was an easy question. Today I try and get a better question, innit? I tried to make it relatable to what's happening in the Prem. So today, Test Your Touch question is, how many players can you name that have scored a Premier League hat-trick this season? So I think there's 13 players, yeah?
13.
Yeah, there's 13. So I'll give you 60 seconds. Obviously, you can discuss between yourselves. Make sure you try this at home. Pause it, try it, then play it, and then obviously see how well you can do. So I'm going to get the timer up. There's no production today again.
Quickly. When you say actually, I'm having a stink already. You said Premier League, and I thought you meant all comes out. Sorry.
This guy is such a
He's not match fit. He's not match fit. That day.
I would have scored for a weekend. Standard.
I'm rusty, bro.
Fairs.
So yeah, like I said, there's no production, so you get me. If I do get some wrong, we move. So I'm going to give you 60 seconds. Your time starts now.
I say we go with the less bait ones first, yeah. So Chris Wood
Correct.
is one of them.
Adebayo.
Correct.
Oh,
that's
God,
2.
that's a good
Foden.
shot.
That's correct.
Cole
That's 3.
Palmer.
Correct. That's 4.
Watkins.
Correct. That's 5.
Haaland.
Correct. That's 6. That's a good start, boys.
No Liverpool players scored a hat-trick this year.
No.
Oh, 13, bro.
Yeah, 30.
There's bare braces, but no hatties.
Yeah.
There's in the Europa League there is. But
Isak.
Incorrect.
Oh, Harvey Barnes.
Incorrect.
No, it's got a brace.
Oh, he's got a brace in it.
Muniz.
No.
Incorrect.
Bare braces as well,
There's
innit?
bare braces.
He's
got goals
scratching
like
their
that.
chin and that.
Or Salah.
Incorrect.
No, there's no
Salah
Liverpool
ain't
players.
So that ain't got no.
Trossard.
Incorrect.
Oh, Nketiah, bro.
7.
Sheffield
Correct.
Sheffield
Sheffield
United.
United.
Son.
8.
Yeah.
Correct.
sometimes. Richarlison.
Incorrect. Got 5 more left, boys. Time. Hey, that's solid though. I can't lie. It's not too bad. That's a difficult question.
That was a proper question.
Who was
still.
missing?
So let's go
Some of
through
the
it.
names are gonna. Some of the
So
names
I'll
are
do it from most recent to latest. So the most recent one is Cole Palmer versus United. You already said that. Phil Foden, he's the only one with
Did Dom
2.
Solanke score a hat-trick?
Yeah, Dom Solanke.
Oh, how did we?
That's a joke.
Dom
Dom
Solanke, bro.
Yeah, that was poor from us.
Foden's the
still.
only one that with 2 hat-tricks here. He had one against Villa and Brentford. Bowen, no one said Bowen. He got one against
That was
Brentford.
recent as well.
Mateus Cunha got one against Chelsea. He got one against Chelsea.
There's bare man with bare braces, but I only thought he
Yeah, I
had
remember that
braces.
game, fam. He ripped them up.
Oh my gosh.
Adebayo against Brighton, Chris Wood against Newcastle, Solanke against Forest, Nico Jackson against Tottenham. Remember that game?
That game was mad. Oh, bro.
I can't believe we're counting that as a hat trick. We're actually counting that as a hat trick, you know. That might be the most shameless hat trick of all time.
Yeah, he did the suit as well.
That shit, bro. Oh,
my
my days.
The baddest thing is he could have got 2 hat tricks in the same game.
He was missing bare chances. That's the game Tottenham had the highest line for.
9 men. 9 men and they still be high line.
Mate. Obviously Nketiah versus Sheffield United.
That was a cold hat he stole.
That's a big thing, you know. Nketiah's got a Prem hat trick. And
For Rashford.
Man, for Rashford and Saka don't even
Don't
have
even
one.
have one, yeah.
Ollie Watkins grabbed one against Brighton. Son versus Burnley. Haaland versus Fulham. And Evan Ferguson against Newcastle.
Evan Ferguson this season.
Yeah, that was I think that was the first one.
They absolutely
I think that was the first actually of the season.
At home.
Yeah. So let us know how you did in the comments. That was a difficult question. The man have done a right 8. But let's get into it though. William, love for coming today. Let's talk more about you, man. Down the wings, man. United fan.
Down the wings, man. Yeah, man. So yeah, obviously we run a page on Instagram. Been running it for a few years now. Do you know what I mean? Talking United. You know, having fun on there, news, opinions. You know, getting DMs all the time from people trying to run me down or whatever. But it's nice. It's all love, man. It's all love.
You get a bit of hate.
Yeah, of course, man. It's part and parcel with the thing, man. It's part and parcel with
what
it
they
all,
saying?
man.
They're not happy with some of their opinions.
No, you know what? Yeah, you know what it is. I don't know how you man feel in it, but Harry Maguire, that's a player that he divides opinion amongst Manchester United fans, innit? And for me, I like Harry Maguire.
Oh, no way.
I like the player that he is. You know, and guys, I like the player that he is. You know, as a footballer, like pure footballer, he's a very good footballer. And I think a lot of people forget that before he came to Manchester United, there was links for him to play in a Pep Guardiola team.
That's true.
There was links for him to play for all of these clubs. He came to Manchester United, had a good first season, and obviously because of the player that he is, and he's got that bozo gene about him. He's like, do you know what I mean? He's big. He don't really look like a footballer. Looks more like a construction worker. So people, they're not really feeling him. Do you know what I'm saying? They're not really hearing him. So when he plays well, he doesn't get flowers. But when he plays bad, the criticism's there, innit?
Yeah,
so ironically. So what I do, I back the guy, man. I'm a fan of Harry Maguire, the player that he could be. And obviously he had a couple years off where he was poor. But the player I see for England is a centre-back. That's the sort of centre-back that I like to watch play football, bro. So, yeah, man, Harry Maguire is one that I rate
it, though.
Difference of opinions. This is what football's about, bro. If everyone had the same opinion, it would be boring, bro.
Nah, therefore, but let's break that one down because at Leicester, let's not lie, bro. Harry Maguire was a big player for Leicester, bro. Everyone rated him.
Or even going before that, Hull City, bro. When he was at Hull, made the move to Leicester, everyone's loving him. Played for England, did well at the World Cup, everyone's loving him.
Yeah.
Signs for United, all of a sudden,
do you not feel there's reason?
No, of course. Like, as I say, like, what he looks like. Do you know what I mean? We spoke a little bit before about, you know what I mean, players that look a certain way and are held to a certain standard.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So when Van Dijk makes a mistake, not only does it not look as bad, even though it could be a worse mistake, because of the way he comes across, you know, he's got that nonchalance about him. Like it'll look okay. It look like he's under control. But Harry Maguire, when he makes a mistake, this guy is his legs are all over the gaff. Do you know what I mean? He's throwing hands. He looks all over the place, and because of that plays into people's minds and saying this guy is not a very good footballer. But I think if we step back, we look at it properly, I don't think he's as bad as everyone says. Should he still be at Manchester United? No. He shouldn't be at Manchester United no more. Come the summer, I'm saying that's a player that we got to get rid of. Yeah. But at this moment in time, man, I think he's far from as bad as a lot of people make out.
What do you even think about that? Ram, chat to me.
You know what it is? He's got a point, because the things with agendas, yeah, when you've got an agenda, the minute you try and use it like in another argument, it can come back to bite you. But I actually hear your logic. Me personally, I don't rate him, but...
What's your reasoning for not rating him then?
I just feel... I understand what you're saying. When better centre-backs, when they make mistakes, it's not as scrutinised, but I just feel... He's not really my type of centre-back, and I feel like there's a false perception. You know how he does the outside of the boot dribble and that, and people think
clean,
he's elegant,
cold.
No, bro, but that's the thing. For me, that's cold. For me, that's a false perception, because I just feel like you watch United more than me, but I think sometimes his decision making is all that. One thing I'll give him credit for is his box defending. I think him and Varane, their box defending is class. That's one thing I've always gave Maguire credit, but I think sometimes his decision making ain't all there. I just feel like he needs a partner with him. I feel like sometimes he's good in the two, but Maguire, for me, maybe it is a bit of bias, but he's just never really my type of centre-back. But like you said, at Leicester, at Leicester, I did like him. I remember he even scored the equaliser against us, but yeah, man, since he's come to United, it's not really my.
What
cup
about
of
with
tea.
England? What player do you see with England when you see him play for England?
I see a different player.
It's a completely different player still.
Do you
He
prefer that
seems
player
more-
though?
Yeah, and he seems a bit more mature for England and more composed. For United, I feel like where there's pressure on you like every game and how your last 4, 5, 6 years have gone, I just feel like he's quite frantic. With England, I feel like he's just more calm and he's got normally has Stones next to him and whatnot. I just feel with Maguire at United, I feel like he's always playing with a chip on his shoulder. You know what I mean? Where England, as opposed to England, he's just much more composed. But it's
even
a player.
recently though, I remember I went with Jay to the Germany game. I think he
England,
went
Germany.
to. He made a mistake. I think he made a mistake.
Capitulated.
I think he made a mistake in like 2-3 England games in a row. So the Maguire, the good performer Maguire for England, it's been a while since we've seen that.
No, that's fair. I hear that. Like, there's been a spell, especially when people have been calling and saying, "Oh, why is he still in the squad when he's not in the Man United team?" And I think that's played into his performances as well.
Yeah.
But this season, we've seen a different Maguire for Manchester United as well. So where we've had injuries to Lisandro Martinez and Varane, Maguire's come in and he's been solid, bro. He ended up Player of the Month one of these months just gone. Like he's been solid.
Better
this
than
season.
Evans though. I think Evans has been the guy to step in and be that guy.
No, I don't think he's been better than Evans. I think if we're ranking our centre backs this season, I think Evans is a solid second.
Yeah.
But Maguire's up there. He's the best centre
hear
back
that.
that we've had this season.
I hear
But
that.
Evans has come in and he's been good. He's been better than the likes of Lindelof and better than Lisandro Martinez not really playing. But no, man, I
We'll
think
definitely talk about
Maguire
it.
deserves
Jay,
foul.
let
System
us
don't
know
help
though,
him.
man. Maguire, what's your thoughts? 'Cause I don't think you're not a Maguire fan, are you?
I'm not a Maguire fan, but I think the reason for that is Man U play a different system. At Leicester, they drops deeper and they drop behind the ball. So that it's a lot easier. When you play for the top teams now, a lot of the centre backs you see now are mobile because they play high up the pitch now. And Maguire's not the most mobile. So that's a big exposure. That's why he gets exposed quite a bit because he's not mobile.
Why do you feel like we're seeing a different Maguire? Why do you feel like the perception of Maguire has changed since he's been at United compared to when he was at Leicester?
Because Man U play a different style of football now where they want to press from the front. They want to play higher up the pitch. It's not like Leicester where they sit deeper and soak up pressure and hit on the counter.
Yeah.
Like Man U are it's weird because Man U are a mix of like two different styles. Because they sit deeper, but then a lot of the times you see them press, and then that's why their midfield is so stretched. And it's like it's all over the place. But when they get a manager, I feel like that will want to play higher up the pitch and press from the front and that, Maguire's not going to be playing because on the halfway line as a centre back, you got Van Dijk, Gabriel, Saliba. You've got all these centre backs now that are mobile, that they're quick, they can run.
Do you know what it is as well? Yeah, you spoke about it a lot. I think one of the reasons you're seeing a different Maguire at United as opposed to Leicester, it's because of just simple word. One word is pressure. Because let's be honest, and you spoke about this. You're not going to watch every Leicester game where United, one of the biggest clubs in the world, you're scrutinised. There's pressure every game.
Bigger
Do you know what I mean? So you're going to notice it more. The magnifying glass is out where, let's be honest, apart from Leicester's title winning season, and even that season, only from January, everyone was looking into every game because it's like, hold on, we keep saying this team's not going to win it, but they're winning every week. I'd say for that 6 months, but come on, no one's watching Leicester week in, week out. Realistically, do you know what I mean?
That's my point. I feel like when the players play for teams in the lower sides, let's say teams outside the top 6, the traditional top 6, I feel like their strengths are easy to see, especially defenders. But man, them kind of brush their weaknesses because you see defenders, you actually have to watch them week in, week out. Like you can't judge you can't watch highlights, see one mistake and be like, oh, my man's whack. You have to watch them over a long period of time and see how they play because all defenders make mistakes. So especially for fullbacks, because there's a lot of fullbacks like Doherty for Luton, for example. Yeah, bro, that guy you can see, bro, attacking wise, great. But our man don't watch Luton enough to see how good my man is on the other side. You get what I'm trying to say? And then when he gets a big move, which I don't know, he might get a bigger move. That's when he'll probably get exposed, and then man, I'm like, oh, my man's whack.
One good example,
Cucurella when he went from Brighton.
One good example that you've been speaking out recently is Lewis Dunk. I'm not gonna lie, I'm one of them shameless guys that said, put him in the England team, put him in the top 6 team.
He's whack.
You think he's whack?
Yeah, he's whack.
Do you know what it is? I was one of them
Now
guys to wanted to propel him top 16 England, and I remember Effie saying, not saying he's dead or anything, but it's like, let's just see him like under the match show. Not just Effie, that other people was saying as well. I reckon when he makes that jump, he's going to get exposed, and it's exactly what's happened against Roma for Brighton. in the England games against Belgium and Brazil, bro.
Do you not think he's
You're
just
just seeing
unlucky
it.
though? Because Lewis Dunk is a good pro.
He said if you're just unlucky.
No, but he's actually a good player. I think he's a good player.
Like,
Like,
you know where it is.
the
Yeah?
Zerbi system, innit?
You know where it is. I think with certain players, I think England is not for everyone.
Yeah, it's true.
As much as you go on a spell of good form and everyone's saying, "Oh, get him in the England team. Get this player. You know, we've got to get him in. He's got to be starting for England." England's not for everyone, man.
Different
it's like,
pressure.
it's different pressure.
You know
and
what
I
it
think
is? You know when I'll speak about United saying they're the biggest club? This is now the nation. Forget
There you
club.
go.
This is the
Pressure's
whole
even
nation.
bigger.
the whole world's watching you.
Imagine every major tournament, you're getting people that don't even watch ball. Oh, I'm going to look into this England game. And
There you go.
they're going to get one perception of you because it's the only game they
There you
watch.
go.
Do you get it? So
Yeah.
it's mad. I think Maguire in a 3, though, would be better. I think Jay's spot on. I think in a back 4, where he's not as mobile, but I think if you had 2 centre-backs next to him, like, no one really plays with a 3 in the Prem like that, apart from Conte. I think post-Conte, no one's really played with the 3 off the top of my head. But Maguire would be good in a system like that. But like Jay said, he's not mobile enough for in a 4 anymore, in my opinion.
For what Man U want to do and how they want to play, Maguire doesn't fit that bill.
West Ham would have been
Wait,
perfect.
that's what I want to ask you, Jay, though. So what? So you're basically saying to be a centre-back at a top club these days, you actually have to be like quick,
You don't have to be.
mobile. Because, bro, let's deep it.
You don't have to be quick and mobile. That's a bonus. But if you're not quick and mobile,
need to be
then you have to
intelligent.
have elite reading of the game
Yeah.
to make up for that. Because a lot of the time now, you see, that's why you've got these guys like Upamecano, these athletes playing centre backs, but they're not the brightest up here, innit? Unfortunately, they're not the brightest up here. But what saves them is that they're athletes, so they can afford to play higher up the pitch. And if a striker runs in behind them, it's not a problem because
if
they
you
can
look-
run and catch them.
Jay's spot on. How many times have you heard that bar? Oh, his athleticism gets him out of jail. We've heard that bar all the time.
A lot of players are like that, though.
But then
Yeah.
you've got some guys that are a mix of both. Like
Both.
Van Dijk, for example, who's is a cheat code
Then,
because he's got
then
elite
what, then
reading
what,
of the
make,
game.
what makes you a good player then? Because I think we've got a nice example where at Arsenal, obviously we'll go into a bit more about a bit Arsenal later, but obviously you've got Gabriel and you've got Saliba. Who's the better footballer? You're saying Saliba. Saliba's the better all-round footballer.
Yeah.
But the better defender is Gabriel.
Yeah, but they
No,
complement.
I have to disagree. This season, overall, it's still Saliba, isn't it?
Why is it Saliba though?
Because I think, put it like this, I think Saliba can be the aggressor and the composed one, where, for me, Gabriel, this season's different. This is why I have to rate Gabriel, because I feel like both of them can do both this season, but overall, I think Saliba can do both better than Gabriel, in my opinion. But this season in isolation, it is Gabriel. I
you
think
know
he's
what it
been
is?
immense.
I feel like we'll get into that more later because
yeah,
it'll be more makes more sense. But for now, I do want to get into United and more about the stuff that you're doing at down the wings, innit? So, how do you feel about United as in general this season? How you're performing? Because as a United fan, wait, how old are you?
I'm 21, man.
21. So you did you Fergie years? You
Yeah,
wasn't really-
Fergie, bro. Like, it's funny when I started year 7. That was year 7 was Moyes.
Oh shit!
Year 7 was Moyes. So I remember it. So
years ago.
I remember taking it for granted, like all through primary school, like United winning league titles or whatever.
Yeah.
Then I
Everyone
step
going to
in.
Bayern
Then I
and
step into
banger.
year 7. Then like, bro, it's over, man. It's over, and we ain't been back
Aeon,
since.
Man United
So it's
Aeon.
crazy.
So they had Zaha.
Yeah, Mata, Zaha, Fellaini was there.
Bro.
So you was going to United in your kind of difficult. You was going to secondary school in your
Yeah,
difficult era.
for sure, man, for real, bro.
That
It
was
was
fifth
a
and
tough
sixth era.
time, but like, I seem to remember still being able to have corn for Arsenal. A lot of these teams, like Liverpool, weren't great
Yeah,
them
weren't
days
great
either.
still.
Like that season, I think they were good, but still they were going through some things.
what-
But
What made you so? You're from London, so what made you support United?
nah, man,
Everyone, this curious.
nah, man, my dad came to UK from Congo. He came to London in 1990.
Yeah.
And then so he obviously came in Man United during the 90s with the team. So obviously he picks up United. I'm born into it kind of
that's
thing. So I
straight.
can't really pick, man.
That's straight.
Can't really pick all that. So yeah, man, it's United, bro.
You know what,
And I've got a little bit of an accent now, do you know what I mean? So it's all like that. Do you know what I mean?
I hope you don't mind me saying, but the minute I walked in, I said, "You look like someone," but it didn't come to my head straight away. But you look like Moise Keane, you know.
Bro, you know what's funny? Yeah, the podcasting. Going back to the podcast thing, yeah. I I did a video. I was like, oh, listen to the podcast video. I was wearing a United top. Like, when did we sign Moise Keane, bro?
Do you know who he looks at? Do you know who he actually looks at on the GT? Mengi, bro. You like Mengi?
Yeah, you do as well.
They're just saying names now, bro. They're just saying names, bro.
You do so.
But yeah, man. Do you have like a favorite United player? Because more time, you know, when you
time or right now?
Yeah, like because obviously when you said you're born into being a United fan, but like which players were like the guys that thought, yeah, I like this player? Was it?
Yeah, coming up, it was Rooney and Ronaldo. Those are the two that I looked to and like, bro, everyone like. I remember growing up, everyone wanted to be Ronaldo. I remember going to play football. Like you got Mercurials because you got vapors on. You wanted to be Ronaldo, bro. You're taking free kicks. You're standing like Ronaldo. Bro.
Black brothers are trying to even show
bro, like get a little mohawk thing, bro. Like crazy. Like Ronaldo was the man. Like I don't think people realize like back then Ronaldo was the man, and even Rooney as well. Like I remember, like aunties, they always know Rooney. Aunties, everyone knew Rooney. Yeah, like
basically a celebrity. He's always in the paper.
Rooney was the man.
So man was like wearing white socks over their black socks to make them look like cut-offs.
Bro, like,
Shy.
Yeah, so like those two were the guys, man. So those were my two favorite players. Rooney probably a little bit ahead because of the kind of footballer he was, like proper street footballer. That's what I love.
A lot of people say Rooney over Ronaldo when it comes to United, you know.
Well, in terms of his time, but Rooney was there for a while.
Yeah,
and
in terms of time at United, didn't it?
Yeah, and for sure. And I think Ronaldo obviously went on to do big things. But I think even Rooney's time at Man United was even underrated for what he actually was, innit? Because I think he'd say himself he wasn't a goal scorer. When he was at Manchester United, he wasn't a goal scorer. But this guy's Man United's all-time goal scorer. He just did that because he could. Do you know what I'm saying? Like as a footballer, he wasn't like, he's one of those footballers like he hasn't really got a position as well. Like, and I think those are the kind of, so we like someone like Jack Grealish. And there's these kind of maverick players that to pin them down to a position is almost, you know, you're taking away from what they are. Exactly. Yeah. Rooney's someone like, bro, you can put him in a 10, you can put him up front, you put him on the left, put him on the right, and he'll still do a job for you. So that's those kind of players are the ones that
that's good. What about you, though? I don't think I've asked you, man, before. Like, do you man have like an all-time favorite Liverpool player, like a guy that made you want to support?
100%. Mine's
John
simple. Not even. That's why my dad and uncle.
Andy
That's my dad and uncle. My one's a Judas, bro. But I can't lie. It's Michael. My earliest memory. I don't know if you remember this game. It's where Henry made.
That's Owen a Judas.
He went there, bro.
Yeah. But that's a later on than that.
I know, but still, like, bro.
My man's old.
My one is
you won't do that. If you're older, you're not offer you your contract, bro. Fam.
But no comment. I don't know if you remember the game. I remember this was my first ever game. I remember when Henry got the hat trick in your Invincible season. He made Carragher and Hencho bump into each other. We even went 2-1 up, and like, even some Arsenal fans at the time thought the record was in risk. Gerrard played a nice ball to him, and I remember saying to my dad that that's my team. Like, I like Owen, and I've just stuck with Liverpool ever since, bro.
Bad boy.
When I was younger, fam,
boy, man.
Bro, man was a younger striker, innit? Little skinhead striker, bro. I wanted to be Dribble Cisse. I wanted to be Dribble Cisse so bad. Bro, he had blonde hair. I swear to you, I wanted to be Dribble Cisse so bad.
He was underrated for us, you know.
It was hard.
I don't understand how good Cisse was for us, bro. I
wanted to be Dribble Cisse so badly, fam.
That's true, though. Not always the best players that you want to be like, fam. Even at Arsenal, I used to love. You know, I used to love, fam. Alexander Hleb and them, man. Ziski as well, fam. Them man there, hey, ballers, bro.
You know, quickly, Cisse didn't get that peak injury. I think he kept him out for
double
like 8 months.
Yeah,
the double leg break. I reckon he would have had more respect on his career. At this point.
I used to love them guys, Milan Baros. Bro, I swear to you, bro. But Cisse, bro, I swear to you,
couple
man. I wanted to be him, bro.
But yeah, man, back to United and this season, man. Chat to me, man. Thoughts and that.
No, you know what? Because I think the way we look at it is obviously that now we've got Ineos in. So Ineos, obviously, that's a big thing. There's new people in charge of the football operation at Manchester United, and this 6 months was supposed to be, from them coming in a couple of months ago to the end of the season, was supposed to be Erik ten Hag's audition. Like this block is like, show us what you're about, because for next season we need a manager to. You know what I'm saying?
I actually feel like he's done it.
Nah, bro, like, bro, bro, he's failed, bro. He's failed. It's facts. I think he'd probably tell you that himself, bro.
Yeah.
Like, he's failed. Like, he was supposed to. It's funny, but he's supposed to be someone that he's not. When coming in, Erik ten Hag from Ajax, he was supposed to come in and transformed the way Manchester United play football, and we could accept the last season. Last season, obviously, that Brentford game, a lot of people say that's when he changed his ideas. Like, this is English Premier League, but I'm not ready for this. Let me change a few things. So we accepted that. We finished third, whatever, decent season, Carabao Cup. But the season after that, you want to build on that. We want to go to the next level and continue to improve. And we haven't seen that from Manchester United. We haven't seen that from the gaffer. So I don't know, man. I'm
10 out.
10, bro. 10. I'm 10 out, man. I've got to be because
Gareth Southgate.
yeah, it's true. It's true. And I think you know what's funny about that is if Erik ten Hag was at Manchester United's current manager now, and he was still at Ajax or whatever, and Ineos came into Manchester United, they'd be looking at Erik ten Hag and saying, that's the man that we want to bring in. He'd be up there as a candidate. So that's why I feel like it's a tough decision for Ineos as well, because you get rid of Erik ten Hag, and who's the real candidates that you're looking at?
Gareth Southgate. Actually, who do you think that you should be looking at on a realistic?
Xavi and Gareth Southgate.
Because it's hard.
The manager market stinks right now, man. Right. It's awful. But
do you know what it is? I feel like it's actually good, you know. However, the managers that are good, we don't know enough about them yet, so they're still inexperienced. So there's actually some good upcoming. Do
you know what it is? The managers are good, but the problem is Man United's project is not appealing enough to take managers out.
I disagree, bro.
That is appealing. I don't know.
I disagree.
I think it's too much weight.
Imagine being the man that takes Manchester United back to where they're supposed to be. Because remember, this is a sleeping giant, Manchester United. And imagine you're that guy that took Manchester United from where they are now to being.
That giant's been sleeping for years. That giant is sleeping.
It's like an Arsenal fan, bro. They can't get rid of. They won a league title in 20 years, bro. I don't think I was born, bro.
Man, you need like a mass clear out, but they can't, like, bro, don't get me wrong. I think Man U brought in some good players and made some good signings. Or Bruno Fernandes was a very good signing. He's helped them massively.
Who else?
I would say Dalot's been good since he's come in.
Goodness gracious.
Lissandro's been good. But
the problem is, better, but bro, you can't.
Yeah, but the
successful signing.
Yeah, but the problem is, you see the difference with Arsenal. Arsenal managed to get rid of a lot of the dead wood in one summer. Man, you can't.
One. Well, it was over time.
No, when Arteta started, he got rid of Kolasinac, Holding. He got rid of all of these guys within 2 seasons.
Took a while though. Pepe only never went too long ago.
But he wasn't really playing. He was on the outskirts of the squad. But Man U can't shift the Man U. Like, Martial is still here. Anthony Martial is still an employee at Manchester United Football Club.
You got the Ballon d'Or clause,
bro. Like, they've got guys in there that are nowhere near the level. And they can't sign better players because they've still got too many dead wood in there. McTominay is, bro, like, don't get me wrong, he's a useful squad player. He's probably a useful squad player at best.
What do you think about that?
Christian Eriksen, another one.
McTominay's got a goal, bro. McTominay's one that's got a goal. And I agree with that. Man United still have a number of players that are sort of lingering around and they shouldn't really be gone. But I don't feel like that's strong enough of an argument to say that, you know, managerially, because I think what that does, it gets Erik ten Hag off the hook, like saying that the squad is not good enough. Where he signed a lot of players, he spent a lot of money on his signing. So the squad looks a lot like what he'd like the squad to look like. And we can't take that away from him.
Go on.
Just to add on to your point, yeah, I think you're spot on, because I know he's had a lot of injuries and whatnot, but you look at Spurs with Ange, and you look at Klopp and Arteta, they started their reigns with Liverpool and Arsenal, you still saw identity. And that's where I think the outrage comes from United fans. You're not seeing that. Like, for me, United have been poor ever since you won a Carabao. I know some people saying last season was a good season. And in hindsight, it was, because third place and a cup, like you said, that is a good season. But for me, the minute you won that Carabao, you started just resting on your laurels, bro. Like, even us, bro, we started to creep up on you. Bro, it's only till the last 2-3 games that you got
the game after we won the Carabao Cup, we lost 7-0. It's crazy. It made no sense, bro. The goals just kept going in.
Ten Hag, I feel like as well that, bro, the Manchester United board, there's no way Ten Hag is asking to sign Amrabat. There's no way. That's not their first option. Man, you were signing. At
the time, everyone was happy with that one though. Everyone was like, because
he wanted someone before Amrabat though.
That clip.
Amrabat.
But Amrabat wanted. I know Mount and that were his actual signing. He persisted with them, but I swear Amrabat, he wanted a DM, couldn't get that DM. Then he went back to Amrabat.
No, Amrabat was always the guy he wanted, innit? Because he managed Amrabat before. So that was
so
someone.
that was his
yeah.
guy.
So
Also,
we were meant to spend big money on Amrabat, bro, and I'm glad it's alone.
Yeah.
The guy's awful, bro. He's terrible.
Wait, what clip are you talking about?
Bro, the one where he flipping hunted down Mbappe, clamped
Yeah.
it.
And you know in that game, in that whole game, like Mbappe was cooking him. He was cooking him the whole game. But that little clip of that run back. Nah, it was cold.
I
It was
got a question for you though.
remember
Like,
that.
how long do you reckon it will take United
30.
to get back where they
30, don't go
want to
anywhere.
get back to?
Do you know what? Yeah, I think it.
Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Try.
No, you know what? Yeah, I think it changes like almost year to year. Because if you'd asked me at the end of last season, like as you say, the football wasn't great, and after that Carabao Cup, but you're thinking 1 or 2 free signings, proper signings in the right places that Man United can step up. Even after the Europa League final loss where De Gea missed his penalty, like you're looking at that and saying, do you know what I mean? Man United can do something still. Like, and we signed Ronaldo, we signed Varane, signed Sancho. That you're like, cool, Man United can get back.
You know what it
But
is,
it's
bro?
like,
I think a lot of United fans aren't realistic because this is where it's conflicting. Yes, that you are in my opinion, probably the biggest club in England, one of the biggest clubs in the world. Yeah, so the fans that I feel like you need to take 2 steps backwards to go 4 steps forward. In it,
United can't do that.
Yeah,
bro.
that's what I'm thinking. But your
it's
fan
too
base just
big.
think you're still.
Yeah, Man United are too big to take a step backwards in terms of like if Man United were gonna have even what Arsenal did, where you like you threw everything away. You're like, cool,
Yeah.
Martinelli, Saka, you're our guys to take us forward. Even like Ødegaard, we're gonna give you the armband. Like you change your team so drastically that you took finishing 8th, that you took because you could see the vision.
Yeah, it's a project,
and as much as you know, Man United fans would love to be on the trajectory Arsenal are on. You can't take that step back. Man United can't be an 8th and that be okay. It will never be okay for Man United
The
to be an
club's
8th.
too big.
Exactly.
But the thing is, you actually do have to take that step back.
That's
to
what I'm
go.
saying. I think your fan base
that's what
needs
I'm
to be
saying.
realistic.
Their club is too big to. As Chelsea on the same thing as well. Like
to rebuild.
like they're not used to that, bro.
Yeah.
Us, we were under Wenger was kind
That's
of.
why
tough time.
appointing the right manager is so key.
Key,
Because
yeah.
it makes up for that. Like, bro, you might not have no team, bro. Man United might not have the best players. But under the right manager, those players will give 100% every time. And it makes up for that. It makes up for like not having that quality.
Yeah.
You see that with Klopp now. There's no way Liverpool's squad is the best squad in the league. We should not even be competing with the likes of Man City and Arsenal.
Facts.
But it's the players that make up that give that effort, that extra 10% effort or 100% that always keeps us in there.
Yeah.
Man, you don't have that.
That's the-
Bear man in Man, you're just strolling around Rashford. You saw him against
That's
Chelsea,
true.
bro. Just jogging around
a
the
lot-
block.
he's
They
been
don't
doing that,
care.
true.
There's
They
actually,
don't care.
There's actually a lot of men in the United team that they actually genuinely
They don't care.
bro.
They don't care.
You know one thing I'll
They're
say.
hanging out Ten Hag to dry, bro, because they don't care.
Do you know one thing I'll say though? You see, like there's this like perception that Man United can't be successful under the Glazers. You know, I have got to disagree with that, yeah, because I feel like we've seen United have been successful under the Glazers before, but it's when you had footballing people. Like I think you had David Gill and obviously Alex Ferguson. I just feel this is where I'm going to give United somewhat credit, as much as they've not done nothing yet. I think appointing Radcliffe, Barada from City, and I think he worked with Barca as well in his past. I think Wilcox from Southampton,
Yeah.
and I think you're going to get Ashworth, but you're just respecting it at the moment. I think getting all them footballing men into place, and like Jay said, get a competent manager. I think United can slowly rise again. I don't like this perception you can't be successful with the Glazers because we've seen it before. It's just that when you had Woodward in them, man are accountants.
Yeah,
That's when they all
clueless.
went to the same union. Man. They don't know ball like that, bro.
Going back to Jay's point about the players not caring, like we can't. The blame is too much on 10 as well. You know,
It's way.
Bro,
I
these
feel like
man-
it's harsh, bro.
On a quick one though, these man, how many times have there been stuff off the pitch from United? Like, bro, at clubs, bro, you never see this happen at Liverpool. You never see this happen at Arsenal. You never see this happen at City. There's reasons, bro. The players are serious guys, bro.
You know, one of my boys calls it keeping up with Carrie. You know, keeping up with the Kardashians. He calls it keeping up with Carrie.
No, but it's true,
There's always
bro.
drama, bro. There's
Like,
always
these man are-
drama.
bro, you're on the
care.
ball team. Like,
Every other manager, they've had some good managers, yeah, and all the players just throw the managers under the bus, bro. They stop
This
this
trying.
never happens under Fergie, and if it does happen,
Out.
Bro, Fergie will get like, bro. Ferdinand talks about getting bagged outside and all of these things. These man, I know.
Look
Look
at
the manager.
their names. This is why Fergie for me still is the GOAT, bro. Because look at the names he got rid of, like Beckham, Roy Keane, Nistelrooy, and that. Yat Stam. He don't care how good you were. If you didn't obey him, you're gone, bro. And he was still successful.
That's why Ten Hag's a bit like a supply teacher, bro. The man them don't respect him like that.
Wait,
bro.
let me ask you a question. Why do Man U fans bash their best players so much? They bash Bruno Fernandes so much. But it's like if not for him, Man U would be in a way worse position.
You know what it is with Bruno.
This is even Bruno's stand.
Because I don't see Liverpool fans like bashing Salah or like bashing, or Arsenal fans like bashing Saka like the way Man U fans bash Bruno. Because Bruno literally carries them. And if not for Bruno, because they don't bash the guys that are the guys that are not good.
Yeah.
The guys that are not good, Man U fans don't bash them. They just bash their best players. And I don't understand why that is though.
No, you know what it is, yeah, Bruno. When you watch him, like this guy is probably one of the most frustrating footballers I've ever seen. Where like you get the you know he has a Trivela in him, he has a sick assist in him, he has a banger from outside the box.
Yeah.
But for that, you know, you've got 10 times where he's tried to play a through ball, he's hit the opposition shin pads. Do you know what I'm saying? It's gone all over the place. He's hitting it first time.
And I think
he's running around all
It's
the
the
places.
right idea, but it's not the perfection.
Exactly,
innit?
like,
yeah.
I don't know. He's that hero ball about him where he just plays. He just in his head. He's so like he plays like he's got intrusive thoughts. Like he's already thinking about the goal or the assist, and he's not actually thinking about the guile of what he's actually doing. Kind of thing. So he's so frustrating, and I think when you're looking at that, and I think in some of those big games as well, there's been some big games he's turned up, but a lot of big games where he hasn't. And as much as you're called Manchester United's talisman, you've got to be turning up in these games. And I look at it and I think Rashford's another example. And I think that Chelsea game, what I saw from Cole Palmer, for example, was someone like Chelsea are poor. They're terrible. But Cole Palmer, the cream rises to the top.
Yeah.
And you see it all the time. Like it's not a case where there's the odd game. Like the team around Cole Palmer isn't good, bro. It's not put together to be a fully functioning, well-oiled machine. Yeah. But Cole Palmer, quality player, still turns up for Chelsea. Yeah. Marcus Rashford, Manchester United, born and bred, come through the academy, all of that. He should be our talisman, should be our best player. The cream doesn't always rise to the top. He's when Man United are playing poorly, Rashford plays poorly. And that's not what you need from those kind of players, man.
Bro, do you know why you hit the nail on the head? And I'm so happy you said it, bro, because I feel like in football, like we like to make excuses. If the whole team's bad, your best player can be bad. No, you're supposed to be the one that sticks out. You've seen better examples. Even Arsenal, when they were down in the dump, Saka and Emil Smith Rowe, they rose. And the things they're not even expected to rise because they're Hale End graduates, bro. With us, like in the season we had better injuries, Salah still maintains his level. Like you said, Cole Palmer, even Kobe Mino, bro.
Even Liverpool, even man them like Nat Phillips,
done their thing. Bradley and that. Yeah, bro.
Reece Williams.
No, don't take the piece. Reece Williams didn't do
it. Was alright, bro.
No, it was Kabak and
Reece Williams was alright, man.
No, he wasn't, bro. I'm telling you.
Based on what he was, in it.
Nah, for me, it was Kabak and Nat still. And even that's why I feel like there's so much scrutiny on Caicedo and Enzo because like, you're surrounded by bad players, but you two are the marquee signings. You're supposed to raise their level.
Yeah, bro. Shift, fam. Do something. So is there any players, specific positions where you want to improve or specific players you want to get for United?
They need a left back, that's for sure.
So yeah, we need a left back.
That's for sure.
There's an argument we could do with another right back because we don't know what's going to happen with Aaron Wan-Bissaka. We need a centre back. I like him, man. I like Wan-Bissaka, and I think in the squad that's the sort of player you need because he's a different profile. Bro.
Is it mad to say he's the best 1v1?
No, it's not. No, it's not mad. Like
I've seen him look
there's no other profile like Wan-Bissaka. Defensively, like someone to come and do a shift, you put him on. There's very few wingers that trouble him, and I think when just having him around, I think to lose him, you lose a lot that a lot of people won't really think about. And I think so. Wan-Bissaka, I'd keep him, so I wouldn't be looking at a right back. But I think Man United will be because I think there was Frimpong talk in the summer, and like whatever happened with that, but. At centre back, we need another centre back. Jared Bramthwaite's one that I look at. That's the perfect proper player, bro.
But I thought like City are gonna nab him, City are 100 steps ahead, bro. They don't do this.
Man U got to be brave in the transfer market because the Man United tax is actually a real thing.
Yeah,
Man U seem to overpay for players. I think Man U need to start being brave to the point where if a club comes at them and says Everton will value Braithwaite at 100 million,
Start saying,
man, you need to start relaxing and saying, you know what, we can't pay that. Because they're paying over the odds for somebody when there's probably an alternative out there who they could get for probably half the
United
price.
just start to bid this. You
Pay
know
the
that
price to get the talent, fam.
Only, but that's only if the talent, if you know 100% is
Yeah.
going to
He's
improve your
spitting.
team.
I feel like Brentford is that guy that I feel like 100%.
But I don't think I've seen enough at Everton to say that. But I don't think it's enough to say he's going to improve the levels drastically. Like I saw with a Van Dijk or you saw with a Declan
You know what it
Rice.
is? Man United are just that bad businessman. Like, someone will quote you a price, you say no, let's go lower, and then you can kind of meet halfway. United just pay the asking price, bro. Them and Chelsea set that precedent. Like, a player's 100 million, yeah, we're going to give you 110. Do you know what I mean? You're going to give them even more. Like Liverpool and Arsenal, Liverpool and Arsenal are probably the better examples. If a club say a certain price, we'll walk away from it, and then we might revisit, and it might be like 20 mil cheaper. Do you know what I mean? Where United and Chelsea, there's not really Chelsea. Apart from obviously the billion they spent before that, they start to actually get players for price. But United's been doing it, bro.
And that's why they can't sign more players, bro, because they don't have bottomless pits of money. They can't spend 100 million on someone, then go out and spend another 50, 60 million on another one.
This is where Ineos is good for you, because Ratcliffe said that's one of the things he wants to cut out. Like, he's going to start paying what he feels the player's worth instead of overpaying. So that's where it's good.
Is there any other positions, like any attacking positions?
I think we need a wide player, bro. We need someone. I think it was what Jadon Sancho was supposed to be. We need a marquee winger. Like, we need someone that we can look on. Because I think Rashford, we've seen from these last 4 years from Marcus Rashford, we've seen what he is. One season on, one season off. He's never going to be that guy that's consistently going to be putting up numbers that Man United need to compete for things. I think we've seen that.
He stays.
He stays.
The answer.
He stays. Sterling's so what?
Tomatoes, mushrooms.
But no, like we need someone that like wide left that we can say, oh, he's gonna score this number of goals. Garnacho's doing his thing. I don't know if next season is gonna be too soon for him to be that guy.
Ahmad could be him.
Ahmad don't get no play, man.
No minutes. Ten Hag's a criminal for that.
Minutes, man.
Criminal.
But yeah, I like what Ahmad is. I like it.
They need a centre midfielder as well.
Bruno in their attack.
They need another centre midfielder as well, because the midfield is a mess.
What Bruno was coming in, Bruno was a numbers man. As much as like sometimes the performance was off.
And
that's
even
why
Dash dropped.
Exactly. That's why the frustration comes in. Like you can almost accept a lot of Bruno's flaws because he was getting so many goals, creating so much, and you know it paying off. But now he's frustrating to watch. He's frustrating when he's chatting to referees when the game's going on, and it's just all annoying, and he's not even getting the numbers anymore. So I think if he can somehow revisit that form where he was getting a lot of numbers, but it's all if buts and maybes. So we need players that can come in.
They need
proper.
about 6 to 8 players.
6 to 10. That's the whole team. Like.
Yeah, whole team. They do 6 to 8 players.
They need a revamp.
Casemiro's done,
but they've done it too many times, fam. It's peak, but
because they sign players for now. They're not signing players for the future.
That's what I say. Brentford,
31-year-olds.
The thing is, they've never had like a clear. You know how they said they've done it too many times, but they still keep the dross there.
That's why they have to keep redoing it. But I want to talk about the big topic that we've been discussing all week in the GC, fam. So us, man, just been discussing about team of the season and player of the year and all of this, and there's been some big opinions in it on both things, on both topics. So I want to ask the man them today. Okay, let's talk. Should we talk team of the season first or player of the season? Let's talk about team of the season because that's the one we was talking about mostly.
Saliba don't make it.
I agree with that still.
He don't make
Doesn't make team of the season.
I agree with that. Their other centre
The two centre backs are Van Dijk and Gabriel.
Okay.
Who's in goal though? Who's in goal?
That's another thing. So let's talk. Okay, let's start from goalkeeper.
Can't be Alisson anymore.
It's going to be David Raya, bro. It is going to be David Raya.
Then again, Vicario is kind of...
No, he's dropped off. It's going to be
Jordan Pickford ain't been too bad.
Lord.
You know what, yeah?
Lord.
I have someone on this podcast with sense. There's someone here with sense. Who's got sense? When I picked Pickford in my draft for this season, man, they were calling me dumb.
That's why you lost.
Wait. You can't be in a relegation scrap.
What, bro? It's as simple as that.
Then we can apply the same logic to managers. So managers can't be, if you're in a relegation scrap as a manager,
you can't be up
there manager of the season.
Managers have objectives.
Yeah.
Managers have objectives.
It's all the same thing.
Do you know what it is? Man, I think I'm buzzing on Pickford. For me, is a decent goalkeeper, but player of the year in goal. The reason why I don't think it can be,
because he's made mistakes as well. Let's not get it twisted.
Yeah, I would have said Alisson, but bro, I saw a stat the other day. He's made less than 20 games this season. I feel like team of the season, there's a lot of things, a lot of aspects you have to include that. And one of the main ones is how many games you've played, isn't it?
If Keller, how do you say it?
Keller.
Keller.
It's Keller, you got that rest.
If Keller plays today, I think he's playing the same amount.
More. I think he's level with Alisson now.
Do you think he's up there in the discussion then?
If we win the league, then yeah.
Yeah, but you don't keep enough clean sheets, bro. You don't get 2 clean
That's what I
sheets in
said.
the last 10 games.
That's what I said. Okay, cool. Now, when we talk about defenders, I'm gonna bring it up in it about VVD, fam. You don't keep enough clean sheets, so why can't we do a Saliba, Gabriel team of the season? Because our XG,
but VVD and Alisson are the reason why we are where we are now. Because that first 6 months of the season, no matter how much chance we're conceding, bro. Him and Alisson is the reason why, in my opinion, along with Salah and that,
VVD can play with anybody.
He's had 5 different partnerships this season. Kwanzaa, Matip, Konate, and Gomez. He's had
cool. We'll go back to, let's talk about keeper though. Who do you think should be the team of the season keeper?
Bro,
Is that
Andre Onana. You ain't hearing
percentage,
that? Bro, he's been doing something, bro. Man United have conceded the most shots in Europe's top 5 leagues, bro. And he still held some kind of composure in that net. I don't know how.
20
I think that's
shots.
a shout. I'm not saying he's him,
Impossible.
but it's a shout, man. It's
But
a
why is
shout.
Pickford not a shout though? Because if not for him, Everton.
Willie Cambola starts for Manchester United, by the way.
We must.
Willie Cambola starts for Manchester United. Anyway, but yeah.
Why is Pickford not a shout though?
Bro, no, man. I don't
Because
think
if not, I genuinely believe if not for him, Everton would have been done long time
I feel
ago.
like we're
man.
just over complicating the thing, fam.
Do you know what? Yeah.
No, because it can't just be.
It will though. Look at this is what's gonna happen.
Okay,
You look at
let's
the
just
clean
agree.
sheets.
David Raya, innit? I
think-
personally, I don't want it to, but I know it's going to be
But if
David
it's
Raya.
not David Raya.
It is going to be David Raya.
Look at the other contenders.
Who's it going to be? Jose Sarr. It's not going to be any of those guys, even, is it?
No, but who else would it be? Because
Where's Fotheringham? It's not going to be any of those guys.
It's still gonna be there.
Do you get it as a contender? But like, I think mid-season, during the season, I feel like Alisson and Vicario, let's say by Christmas time, them two are nailed on. But where one has been injured and the other one performances have dipped,
You know,
it might have to be right.
It's gonna be
That's
right,
why I
bro.
feel like, you know, when it comes to team of the season, the second half of the season is way more important than the.
Bro, even I think PFA and that, apparently they all the players and that do their nominations like in like early.
Yeah, like it's from the first half of the season.
That's basically a bit mad because what if you have a stinker second half and that's what people are gonna remember?
Yeah.
It's going to be Raya.
Yeah, he's got the
right.
most clean sheets, but he doesn't even make sense. Oh, I don't even know, innit? It's gonna be him.
Right back, we can all agree. Ben White, it will be.
And the maddest thing is, Ben White wouldn't even be thought about earlier on in the season.
It's only because Trent got injured, though.
You see,
if Trent didn't get
that
injured,
form
safe,
from
man.
October to Christmas.
Yeah,
What Trent was on, he
cold.
was. But it's Ben White. It's Ben
So
White.
he's
Ben
not have
White.
any other options at right back.
No.
Porro, I'll give
Any
a
other
shout.
shouts?
No.
Pedro Porro's a shout. Yeah.
Porro's a
shout,
shout,
it's
but
Ben White.
it is
No,
Ben
no,
White.
Ben White.
You know that when we're trying to think of others, but
Nah.
you don't.
You ain't hearing Kyle Walker, no?
No.
Esri.
No.
No,
Esri's a shout for Esri.
Esri's the next
Esri's been
season,
cold.
fam.
Esri's been cold.
No.
That's your team, bro.
Villa, no. The only one that gets into the season from Villa is Watkins, bro. That's it.
We'll get to that still. Centre backs. This is where.
It's
Let me just say
VVD
my
and
point. Let me
Gabriel.
just say my point in it. Actually, bro, Van Dijk had a crazy season. I don't have no. I don't mind him being there at all. But looking at us, if Arsenal win the league. And our centre backs have a record like they do.
The records,
How the hell can you not put them there, bro?
Oh, this one just needs to win the league.
XG.
Just win the league.
With the low, no, we don't even concede shots, bro.
Alright, cool. If I'm being biased, I'm having Gabriel and Van Dijk. But if I'm being objective, you've got a very good point. It's them two.
And
It
another
is
thing I
them
would
two.
say, I
I'll
know
be
Van
real.
Dijk individually, Van Dijk's been better than Saliba. I feel like there's an argument to be had if he's better than Gabriel this season. I feel like there's an argument to be had.
has.
I feel like there's an argument to be had though.
Bro, that game against Man City at Anfield, bro, that's the best I've seen. Van Dijk was unbelievable.
Crazy.
To drop a performance like that.
And I'm not really a stats man.
I can say the same thing for Gabriel against you, man, and against
Yeah,
City.
but
Sky Sports showed
the
the graphic,
Liverpool one
yeah.
was brazy, bro. Like, it just, I don't know, man. Van Dijk has just, especially as like last season, everyone was calling him washed. I remember last year, everybody was calling him washed, you know?
Yeah.
Everyone thought he was finished. Yeah. So he's come back now and he's literally established and said, bro, I am the best centre back in the league, bro.
Nah,
And
I
I'm going to
agree
show
with
it
that.
to you. So there's no way he can, if he's not in the team of the season, then it's automatically becoming a fast, bro. Because Gabriel deserves to be there, but Saliba's not been better than Van Dijk this year.
He hasn't.
He hasn't.
He hasn't.
He hasn't.
He
You
hasn't.
know what
He
it is,
hasn't,
Jay?
but
Jay, I understand what you mean as a partnership.
As a partnership.
Because Jay, you can't disregard all this. I must have heard bare stats yesterday.
But
These man just don't
Yeah, but you
concede, bro.
you can't do that because if Konate was playing still and VVD was playing next to Konate and Konate hadn't been injured, bro, then this would be a different
We could have
discussion.
been up there as well.
It would be a different discussion.
Could have,
but The reason it swings in Van Dijk's favour is because he's playing with different
Players.
different
Nah, I rate it.
players
You know what it
and
is?
still doing
Team
it.
of the seasons normally as individuals. Yeah, Sky Sports showed a graphic that I think it was blocks, interception. That Van Dijk was top in the whole
Don't
league.
get
for
twisted,
bare.
Saliba-
The two best centre backs in the Premier League this season so far should be the two centre backs in the team of the year, in the team of the season,
Yeah.
and I think that's Gabriel and Van Dijk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Saliba's been very good this season as well. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah,
You know, there's some defenders where it's like they're only as good as their partner. Look at Romero. Shy. When Van de Ven came on the team, look how Romero fell apart.
That's the way it's happened. Calamity.
Some men are only as good as their partner. So when their partner's not there, then they got to play with the second string. You see now all of a sudden.
What I like
oh,
about Van Dijk is that he raises the performance from the
look
man
at
in the
Kwanzaa.
round.
Kwanzaa stepping in and playing like he's been there for 10
That's
years,
the one.
bro.
That's the main thing we need to take into consideration. Yeah, and it's obviously it's not Arsenal's fault. You man, medics have been better than that. Saliba and Gabriel have played pretty much every game together. Van Dijk's had Kwanzaa, Gomez, Matip, and who's the other one? My mind's gone blank. He's had 4 different partners this year. He's had 4 different partners.
No, I hear it still. So what? Liverpool have been conceding goals as well. So is that not fair? Do you take that into
Bro, I can't have
consideration?
2 clean sheets in our last 10.
Do you take that? That's what I'm trying to say,
crazy.
though.
It's
Yeah.
crazy. It's actually
Do you
crazy.
take that into consideration when we do this team of the season thing?
No.
Or he's just
No.
It's because of
You
his
just do it on
partners.
indi-
innit?
Yeah, it's because of his partner.
You know what? How about this? I'm going to sit on the fence. I don't mind Steve Gabriel or
I don't
Gabriel
mind.
Van Dijk. I don't
I
mind either
feel
or.
like it should be Van Dijk. I actually feel like Van Dijk.
should
and
be
Gabriel.
Van Dijk.
However, I just wanted to ask you, man, why couldn't it be my man, innit? So let's move on to left back.
You're Dogie for me. He's been the
No.
standout.
No.
Who do you think's been better than him?
Ait Nuri.
That's my boy, man.
But
Nuri's my
let me
boy.
ask this. Let me
But
ask
it's-
this. Yeah.
I think with him, it's the last like 2-3 months thing where
Thank
he's
you, bro.
really
You took the
stepped
words
up,
out of my
innit?
mouth. Because see, at Nuri, I've got receipts. I wanted him as a backup to Robbo than to be an eventual successor years ago, bro.
Yeah,
years.
bro. He was linked
But-
to United as well before we got Tellez, bro.
Swear down.
And I was like,
Man
then
said Alex Tellez, I forgot about him.
we chose Tellez over
I
him.
forgot about
He's a
Tellez.
big reason to why Wolves have been really good this
But
year.
would you even admit
What about
though,
Moreno?
his form picked up?
Who?
Moreno.
Grow up.
Avila.
They switch between him and Dinya every week, so please.
But would you agree with Ait Nuri though, Jay? Like,
Dirty Alfie.
Wills was spot on. Like, it was only from about November his form picked up. Them first 4 months.
Guy said Moreno. Get out! Get out!
What about Dirty?
Bro, Doherty's been good. Not
He
better
been
than Ait
good
Nuri,
still.
though. Not
Why
better
not?
than Ait Nuri.
Dirty, the best shit. What?
No, bro,
The
listen.
left backs have been cheeks, man.
Yeah, man.
No other left
I'm
backs.
going Ait Nuri, bro. Ait
Nuri.
Nuri's the one, man.
Ait Nuri, I'm
A
telling you,
doggy.
bro.
Yeah, Doggy for me. But I can
What
hear
about
that.
Liverpool's?
But then, as much
Jose Gomez.
He's been solid, but he's only
He's
been
not getting
recent.
in.
He hasn't been.
Until he scores a
No,
goal.
but as
Until
much
he
as
scores.
Ait Nuri's been good recently, Udogie had a strong start to the season, then dropped off.
Yeah,
So
you're
it's
right. So
like
you can make
exactly,
the
it's
same.
like
It's bad.
balance.
That's why it's
I'll go
hard.
with Ait Nuri because I prefer him as the player still.
Midfield three.
Got a few minutes left, but yeah, the midfield three.
This is simple for me. You're gonna laugh. But I know
Rodri,
you.
Rice, and Odegaard.
No, Rodri, Rice, and McAllister. I'm putting McAllister. in.
McAllister.
McAllister's
He's been cold
very
from
good.
like October, bro.
He's been very good, but Odegaard gets
Matt
in this
Chicken.
team.
Matt
Rice,
Chicken.
Rodri, and Odegaard.
Chicken.
Rice, Rodri, and Odegaard still. That's the midfield.
Rice or Rodri, 100%.
And it's
The other
Odegaard.
one, I don't like.
And it's Odegaard.
You know what? Odegaard, but honourable mention, Matt, because I see what you're doing recently, bro. And if we win this
Max
league,
had a big season still.
It's
Underrated.
Odegaard
He needs
still.
more PR. What
But
do you
that
think?
front,
I think Rice is in there for sure. Rodri's in there for sure.
And
And I
Odegaard,
think the
bro.
answer's on the postcard for the other position, bro. Real
Yeah.
talk.
De Bruyne is up there. Would you put Foden as a
not De
midfielder?
Bruyne.
did you just say De Bruyne?
De Bruyne, man. That's it.
That's my 6 months.
Bro, that's my problem with De Bruyne because he's this sexy
Brother.
name and because of the perception and the PR.
Sexy.
Bro,
People just
he'll
think
play
it's
five games in the 38th season very good and make the team
With
of the
team of the
season.
season, it's the season. You need a good sample
There
size.
you
De Bruyne
go.
only played since what, Christmas?
A good
or
body
something,
of
bro.
work.
That's
Like we
true,
can't
man.
point to a
That's
good
true.
body
Say
of
that
work
again,
from De
bro.
Bruyne.
Do you know what I'm gonna say in
Yeah,
that
man.
10? Yeah, honourable
red.
mention.
Get it?
You
so-
could put Palmer in that 10 along with Oda. You know what I mean?
I'm hearing that,
do
bro.
that.
But I'm putting Foden in the 10.
No, I said Cole Palmer for right wing. Let's talk about right wing then.
Foden in the 10 though. Foden in the 10.
It's either.
We can't go without Foden. Can't
Yeah,
not be in this team, bro. I'll be real.
Foden's in this
Oh
team.
yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah,
there's
not
no 10.
Odegaard. It's Foden
There's
then.
no
It's
10.
Foden.
Oh, what,
Foden.
in the midfield?
Yeah, centre mid. Yeah,
He's had his
10,
best
cool, whatever,
season
Yeah,
in-
Odegaard or Foden this season though.
Foden. Oh, it's tight.
Foden.
Foden, man.
Foden.
Flip a coin in it.
Foden.
Double.
The front three, though. You know, there's certain man. You know, certain man are having good seasons.
Who's on the right wing? Because these ones are trying to say no Cole Palmer.
It's Bowen.
Why?
For me,
Bowen ain't been better than Palmer.
Yeah, it has
I
to be
think Bowen
Palmer.
has been so hard.
Salah's
He's
not
been
there.
cold.
Salah is there. Salah's
He's
a
there, but I
genuine
don't think he will
contender.
get in because again, 3 months out.
Because he missed AFCON. Because he went to AFCON as well.
But you know what? Things change. If he leads us to the title,
What
then
about Palmer? So who's had a better season, Palmer or Salah?
Salah.
No.
Why?
Bro, I think what Salah
Salah's
was
still-
Salah's
maybe I might be
man,
biased,
man,
but
like
still
Salah's
biased.
dropped off. Salah hasn't
Still
really
Salah.
like dropped off like that.
Bashir
The
was-
first 6 months, Salah was nailed on. Bro, Salah was literally scoring and assisting every single week.
How many goals has Cole Palmer has 16 goals, I think.
16
you know?
goals.
Are you
Two behind
gonna
Haaland.
mention
That don't mean nothing
Bukayo?
because Isak has 15
Yeah, Bukayo's
goals.
up there. though. Bukayo's up there.
But I thought you would have mentioned
Bukayo. Stop lying. Bukayo's there, bro.
Bukayo's up there.
Bukayo is there, bro.
But the man you think I got agendas. Remember, I'm the one who just mentioned him, you know. Bukayo's up there.
Is Bukayo Saka better than Palmer?
This season,
No.
Not
And
this
you
season.
know that. Don't lie.
Not this season.
similar seasons.
Do you think he's better period though? Do you think Cole Palmer's a better footballer than Bukayo Saka?
Yes.
I've been saying.
But Saka's more
And
efficient.
Foden. But yeah,
Subjective.
But Saka's more effective.
Being a better
that's
player is
fact.
subjective. Because what? Because you're smooth. Because you're more smooth on the ball.
This is why they buzz on Salah.
This is
You're more smooth.
this is the argument. We've seen Ben Arthurs and that are cold, but like
They're not
you need
effective.
numbers and that to match.
And
Yeah.
it's consistency, bro. Because Saka's
Cole Palmer's been consistent this season, though.
this season, but Saka's been. This is baby boy stuff like what he's doing for
Yeah,
Saka,
yeah.
man. He's doing this for England as well.
This whole front three thing, I feel like there's certain players that have to be in here regardless. Ollie Watkins is one player, you can play him down the middle,
I
the
agree. I
left or
think
the
he's our
right.
centre
He has
forward
to be
still.
in this team.
What about Haaland though?
Haaland cold again, cold, but it's like the KDB thing because who they are, PR. You're just
Nah, but Haaland actually-
He's top of the goal scoring chart, so we can't take away from
like
that.
it.
innit? We
That's
can't.
like he hasn't
but
done nothing.
goals and assists, all round
If
package.
Watkins
is
isn't in this
I've been
team,
listening
then
to
it's
Steve
rigged.
Roy.
It's actually rigged.
Okay, but
If Watkins doesn't, he's
has
not in this
Watkins
team.
done a
it's
better
rigged.
season than Erling Haaland? Though?
Yes,
Bro, he has.
yes, facts.
Yeah.
Based off what,
'Cause I
though?
even think-
18
I
goals
even
and 10
think-
assists in the league.
Yeah, I think he's
Haaland
highest in
has
that
what?
metric.
No, he has like.
Haaland has one more goal than him, by the way. One.
Yeah, and I think he's got less assists than him.
Ollie Watkins is even developed.
And you know what it is?
He was playing
Forget
exactly
even
like this last year.
Even how he imposed himself, he's dropping in, holding it up, linking, playing. You know what, Jay? I have to give it to Jay. I think
So what? We're leaving
Watkins
Haaland
said-
out the team in the season.
Bro, Ollie Watkins is a Ollie
We can
Watkins.
do that, and that's okay, bro. It's okay.
That's
That's
what
okay.
some big. Wait, who do we do as all right?
So if
Did we-
Man
did
City
we
win the
confirm
league,
all right
if
winger?
you're gonna still take Ollie Watkins, fam.
Cole Palmer.
Yeah, I would take Ollie Watkins still.
Even if Man City win the league,
Yeah.
Because that's when I give most of the credit to Foden and Rodri, and they're both in the team. So
Ollie Watkins is playing exactly how he was last year, but the difference is now this guy can finish.
Yeah.
He was bare wasteful last
no,
year.
you know what I'll still say?
Now he's finishing.
I still stand by this, Jay, yeah? Because Villa create a high volume of chances, he's still not this clinical striker you think he is. I stand by this. But he's very
he misses
good.
every week, but he scores a lot.
A lot, yeah.
But Haaland
Like,
does
he needs
the same.
five-
His movement is brazy. That's
He
why
needs
he gets a lot
five.
of
He needs
chances.
5 chances to score one.
But
I still
Haaland
think
is the same.
5 chance. Nah,
he's
it's
not, bro.
five,
I've
not
seen
five,
Watkins
bro.
go 1-on-1 bare and not bag, but then I've seen him bag. Do you get it?
He's even
Maybe
Watkins got a
three.
signature finish now, bro.
So
He lifts it near
So
post.
that's the same with Haaland. Haaland missed a big chance the other day again, you know.
Who did we
One-on-one.
say is all right winger? That did we all
Cole
unanimously
Palmer,
agree?
bro.
I'm saying
Cole.
Palmer. You say Palmer as well?
Yeah, man. I don't want to, but
Bro, I think
3v1.
who's on the left?
Big up Bowen, Saka,
I don't
and
know
Salah.
because
though.
if
Yeah, for
Arsenal,
sure.
if I don't know
Garnacho.
who
Garnacho on the left.
for what, young, this is
You
under
man might
21,
laugh,
under
man.
21.
You man might
team of the
laugh, but
season.
Garnacho,
then
Diaz, Martinelli.
And then he Gordon.
You have to pick from the left.
Anthony Gordon's a shout.
Gordon's every
Son.
big game he's
Son's not sharp.
He is a shot.
he had a little bit. He had a dip for like
The
a
Asia
month or
Cup,
two.
innit? Bear man
Nah,
have to
man,
leave
Son's
in
a
the
sharp.
season, so it doesn't help them.
But he's man's left wing because I think Anthony Gordon, he needs more PR. Every big, I think he scored against all of the top 5
Kudus
or
is a
6.
shout.
Yeah, big shout still.
He only played on the left twice this season.
You weren't even starting at that crook Moyes, but you weren't even starting at first. For me, my left wing has to.
They need to change
mine
the
has
way
to be
they do
Gordon
this, you know.
still.
Why?
See, they need to change the way they do this. They only look at the top teams.
And it's always
there's
4-3-3.
certain man in the there's certain
life,
man
man.
in the other teams and that outside like the top 3 and that have had very good seasons, but they just don't play in the
Even
top
like
do you know what it is?
Paqueta and that in midfield.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
That's
Like,
another
Do you know what it is
one.
though?
Another-
It's
He won't
gambles.
he won't get in there though.
The game ain't based on sympathy, you know what I mean? The big boys get.
Yeah,
get
but
all
then
of the-
it goes
shouldn't be
down
like
to,
that,
bro,
man.
what your performances have to. It holds more weight when it's leading towards something. If you win the title,
Yeah.
Are you
But what if
for-
your performances lead to survival though?
It's true.
Yeah.
It's a bad question, John.
But that's what I
Bad
mean.
question.
So the striker that scores 15 goals and he wins the league, but then you got a striker in the bottom three, like a Danny Ings, for example, who when he was at Southampton, he scored 20. He scored 20 league
That's
goals and kept them
crazy.
up. Like so the one that scored 15 and he wins the Premier League
Even
with
Chris
more weight,
Wood,
like,
even Chris Wood with 11 goals. If Forest stay up,
Dom Solanke's
Solanke's gonna get overlooked because he plays for Bournemouth, bro.
yeah.
Oh, it's true.
But if he played for Tottenham and he scored 16 goals, all of a sudden, hold
Yeah,
on,
it's true.
He could be in team of the season.
What about Chris Wood as well? Because he's hardly played and he's on 11
Chris Wood,
league goals.
Yeah.
Because when
Right here, you right, keep them up. Even Gibbs right in the
They'll
back.
tell you, Saka, a right winger from West Ham could have more goals than Saka and that, and be performing better. But because Saka plays in a team that's competing for the league, if they're in the league, he should get in over this ahead of Bowen, like.
you see team of the season, I swear it doesn't matter if you have to be a left winger to be on the left. It don't matter like for these.
I've
Well,
seen
no,
them do
it
the hickey
depends.
hagger stuff. And
Yeah,
FIFA, shy.
FIFA, what do you do for Ronaldo?
Back two, and then put a midfield 5.
Do you not say for player of the season? No.
Player of the season.
Watkins. Watkins.
This guy Watkins' cousin.
I can't lie. Like
Watkins' cousin.
Watkins.
even if Arsenal don't win it, I'm gonna have to
Watkins.
say Rice for the
Watkins.
price tag, the way he's transformed them. For me,
You're not
it is
backing
Rice.
If Watkins hits 20 goals,
Even if you don't win the league,
the Rice
by the
thing's
way.
interesting, you know, because has he? I think he's improved them obviously,
massively.
but like from a point standpoint, this time last season, were they? You know what I'm saying?
massively.
Then
I feel
are they
like-
better off, kind of thing? But I think he has. I think without a doubt, I think some of the late goals as well.
Yeah,
like
match winning,
bro. He's
and I
like
think
he's,
what they brought him in, I think the sum is always key. That's why I wanted to big up McAllister, because the sum's important. What we brought him in for, 35 million, that's chicken change in this day and age. And what he's given us, it outweighs. And with Rice, what they paid for is what they expected, and he's delivered that and more. Do you get it? So for me, he's my player this season.
I feel like it's just based on who wins it, bro. If Arsenal win, they're gonna dash it to Rice.
no, not even.
If City win, they're gonna dash it to
not even. I
Foden.
think that's true. But Ollie Watkins is the player. Has been the player of this season.
we've got someone with sense, bro. I don't
He's
know what
been,
you two
he's
are
been
smoking.
the player. Do you know what I'm saying? Like what? Because if you think about it, what do you want from your players, bro? Score the goals, assist, and he's done that more
You
than
know, I've
more
got to
than
give
most.
Jay credit as well. This ain't recent for Jay. He's been on this Watkins chain for years now. Like,
Now I rated Watkins for time as well, but
no, but like we rated him, but like he's
I knew.
been like always
no, he is.
mentioning him. Do you know? What
I
mean?
knew because I saw what he was doing last year, and nothing has changed. The only thing that has changed is that his finishing has improved
do you know what?
massively.
Jay just wants him to get the accolades that he deserves.
Yeah, because then
I hear that.
I rate Watkins as a player, but
Because it gives
Jay
hope.
wants him to.
It does because it gives hope to everyone else, man.
But yeah, man, it's been a good episode. We could be speaking for like 3 hours.
This is
if
why we
wanted
love
to,
football, man.
Do you get it? We could, but now William's been a good guest today, man.
Big up, Wills. Proper
Proper
day.
ball knowledge,
That's
fam.
Martial off the bench. You remember when you
That's a big debut still.
Super sub.
That's a high sofa score, 9.5 still. But man, them, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Keep sharing, man. Under the lights, we're out, man. Love.